What do you sell here?
Hi, I'm Operation UGAWTS, using games, art, and writing to tell stories, and I sell mostly character art. I have a mixture of fan art from like anime, Western cartoons and comics, and then my own original characters are sporadic throughout, and animals. I design all the art. No AI is found at this booth. Most of it starts as pencil and paper sketches, and I digitize them. And so I have a variety of like keychains, stickers, pinback buttons, pillows, which basically I had spoon flour, print the art on the fabric, and then I cut it, sew it, and stuff it myself. And yeah.
So let's walk through the process. How do you make something like this?
So with this, so I first make the design, of course. So I decided, it's like, oh, I really am into the Owl House right now, and I had a lot of people ask me for the Owl House things. So I usually watch the series, the fan art, and then I draw little idea sketches. So I have like 2 or 3 sketches of King, and then I choose my favorite one, and then I go scan it in, digitize it, at the colors. And then for the pillows itself, I personally use Affinity Designer, and I kind of map the design of the pillow on there. I print it on a 1-yard sheet of, I guess, graphic, and then I send it off to Spoon Flour. They print it for me, they send it back, and I cut down the little squares, sew them, stuff them, and present them here.
That's a long process.
Yes.
How long does it take, would you say, to make this? 3 hours, or what is the time?
So it would vary. Like for a simpler character like King, it might take me like 1 to 3 hours from pencil to digitize, and then maybe 15 minutes just to do like the pillow design. And then sewing the pillow can maybe take maybe 10-ish minutes, depending on how easy it is. For more of the bigger character drawings, I guess for like the Alice in Wonderland, for example, each of the characters, that might take maybe 3 to 6 hours depending on, and if it's more of a background, then add like a couple more hours to that.
And let's go back to who taught you all those stuff? How did you learn them?
I'm mostly self-taught, but I did go to school for animation and mechanical engineering, so I kind of learned design basics in school, but mostly the art of character design basically came from me. I've been drawing my own characters for a long while. The earliest memory I basically have of drawing is mixing the Animal Crossing and Mario Kart to make a GameCube instruction manual. And ever since I like drawing my own characters, kind of inspired by the media I watched. So I took a few art classes during school to get the basics down, but how to draw things is mostly
self-taught. How about the buttons? What is the making process? How do you make those ones?
So similarly to just making the designs, a lot of the earlier designs were basically me just making those sketches and digitizing. Otherwise, I would probably take them from one of the bigger pieces and just kind of crop their faces from, print it off the printer, and then I make the buttons here.
Oh, you make the button here? Mm-hmm. Is it can you make one right now or no?
Oh, sure. Let me just grab the materials really quick. This is the shell. This is like a little Maiyal piece. And then this will be the back of the button. She has some pieces here, so my little breaks. So basically, I would put them in the button press, swivel it around, and then boop, boop, and you got your little button.
Fascinating.
Yes, yes.
And how much do you sell something like this for?
The little buttons are $3, and I can make them into little magnets and keychains. The pillows are, the large ones will be $35, and the smaller ones will be $17. And then the prints kind of range from 10 to 25, 10 being the smaller ones, and 25 being more of the larger ones. stickers.
What? So you say you are an engineer by profession, kind of? And so what's the future of this business? What's the goal?
When I first started, I'd love to make my own little animation studio. So I have like a lot of my little original characters. I'd like to do that. And then in animation, I'd like to be able to do like a virtual reality kind of rehabilitation thing with like prosthetic robotics. So if people need a rehab, they can imagine yourself in like a little fantasy space and be like learning how to walk again or learning how to use their mobility aids. And I'm also interested in edutainment, so a little mixture of those and using what I've learned in my engineering science degree to make it in bite-sized pieces for children and young adults who just want to get into science.
So, but the goal is you will want it to be full-time. Is that a full-time job? No.
It's
Almost.
a mix.
It's a mix. You would want it to be bigger, eventually, right? I'm assuming. Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. No, I love doing little craft things. I would love to make my own series, and people recognize my series, and I come to Comic Cons and whatnot. Be like, here's the merch of the characters. Yes.
And do you have a website or something where people can buy your stuff?
I do. Yes, it'll be just OperationUGAWTS.com.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yes.
You have an Etsy shop?
I technically have one. There's nothing on there, but it's all on my website. Well, most of them. I'm working on updating my website for sure. Yes.
Is there a reason behind that name?
So it kind of went through different iterations. That one is probably the more positive ones of the iterations, and it just captures of what I like doing. I like making video games. I love drawing art. I love writing, and ultimately, I love to make my little illustrations have a little bit of a backstory, whether I provide it or the audience provides it. So using games, art, and writing to tell stories.
Thank you.
You're welcome.